Hi, I'm Lance Minetti, and this is Around the Valley. And today I'm sitting here with dog behaviorist and consultant Emily Scott and her little buddy here, Tilly. Hi, Emily.
Hello, Lance. How are you doing?
Good, good. Welcome, welcome. Now, dog behaviorist, that is very different than the trainer. And you've been doing this for 25 years, or most of your adult career. Tell me about your credentials.
Well, I am very fortunate that I have been training dogs on a professional basis for over 25 years. I am one of only 10 certified dog behavior consultants in the state of California.
Oh, wow.
And I also hold a second credential as a guide dog mobility instructor, training service dogs, and I'm only
Great.
one of 70 in the world that trains service dogs.
One of 70 in the world?
Yeah, that trains guide dog service dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So an immense amount of background and experience.
Can you tell us the difference between dog behaviorist and consultant as well as training?
Sure. So the typical dog trainer is an important piece of anyone who is dealing with dogs, and I think it's important to understand that trainers are very good at helping dogs learn behaviors: sit, down, stay, come, and do dog sports like fly ball and agility. And most people are able to utilize trainers for basic obedience and for any type of sport that they want to do with their dog. Where I come in is I have a unique background in that I specialize in applied animal behavior. I understand dog behavior. My goal is to help pet dog owners live a happier life with their dogs and understand the emotion and the reason dogs do behavior. So it's not just about sit down or stay. I'm more of a psychologist. I'm
Right.
actually helping people read their dogs and understand why the behaviors are occurring, and so that we can modify them and have a happier life.
Okay, and when you're talking about modifying the behavior of the dog, you're also talking about modifying the behavior of the human as well.
Oh, that's the truth. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it goes without saying
Right.
that every dog that I work with is attached to people, and people are certainly very complex, and I always say that the people are the challenging ones to work with. The dogs are easy to train.
Right.
It's helping people understand their role in their dog's life, and to understand, to get the best out of their dog, and realize that just because you think in your head you have a certain type of dog and temperament that you want to have, it doesn't necessarily mean that the dog that you have is going to fit into that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, if somebody wanted to have a real happy, outgoing dog that they could go do fly ball with and go for jogs with, and they end up with a breed that's really low key and mellow and very sensitive, then they have to learn to understand that that dog isn't going to be able to fit what they thought, but they could certainly have a wonderful quality of life with the dog.
Sure, in a different capacity.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's also about assessing, expectations too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So what types of services do you provide well, I guess each individual case is different, but in general, what sort of services?
Well, I specialize in in-home private training. I
Okay.
certainly have done classes for years, and there's a place for doing group classes. But I have found that, particularly with behavior issues and behavior modification and puppy training, which I really specialize in, it really is more conducive to do it privately.
Okay.
For example, puppies are just so busy and distracted. When you get them in a group with 5, 8 other puppies, it's almost impossible for them to
Sure.
learn and really understand the behaviors that they need to learn. So I really like doing it in the home environment where the whole
Okay.
family is involved. They're all able to learn, and they can be consistent with the training once I'm gone. So the private training model is something that I really enjoy doing, and I think people really appreciate the fact that I can go to their homes. I have a
Right.
flexible schedule. I can work with their families and the kids, and everybody can be together as part of the training process.
Which is important, because the whole family needs to be a part of the training of the new family member.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's critical. If
Yeah.
if the family is not all on board and being consistent, the dog is only going
Right.
to be as consistent as the people are being
Yeah,
consistent.
they end up following different sort of traits and behaviors to the individual that they're attached to for that given moment.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. Okay. So how important is the young puppy socialization?
Well, you know, it's funny. 25 years ago, everybody thought, oh, you just get a puppy, you put it in a crate, throw it in the backyard when you're at work, and
Right.
everything's going to be fine. You're going to have a
Yeah,
great dog.
no.
And certainly there are dogs that you do that with them, and they're fine. They end up being really social and friendly and great citizens in the community. But I am seeing a huge upswing in behavior issues related to lack of early socialization. And a lot of people don't understand that a puppy has a critical developmental phase, and it's early in their life. It's between the ages of 6 weeks and 20 weeks. It's a narrow window where we can actually help that puppy learn that the world is a wonderful place, that dogs are friendly, people are friendly, men with beards are friendly. And if they don't have early exposure to those types of stimuli, they can learn to be fearful. And if we don't catch that early socialization, you know, they're going to have probably behavior issues for the rest of their life. So my emphasis with puppy training is really catching those early critical period, not waiting till they're 4 months or 6 months old to start training them.
Okay. Okay, and so when we come back after the break, we're going to talk with Emily Scott a little bit more about her work, as well as about the work you do with rescue dogs. Okay, stay tuned. We'll see you in a minute.